everyone. Welcome again to Pharma E-Class. So let's talk about further in the section of any NDA. In previous lecture we discussed about 7 points which include indexing, labeling, application summary, CMC, non-clinical pharmacology and toxicology, human pharmacokinetic and bioavailability and microbiological studies. After discussing all these 7, let's talk about the important part of the any NDA application, that is clinical data. So section 8, that is clinical data, this includes the information which is submitted to understand the overall safety and effectiveness of the drug compound. It is further divided into following section. So there are two sections which is majorly discussed, that is application summary and the clinical data. So after filing an IND, what are the various data collected during the clinical trials, all will be discussed here in the case of any new drug application. So it includes various parameters which we will discuss one by one. So first one is list of investigators, list of INDs and NDAs. So it includes the alphabetical list of all the investigators along with their address, and also provide the list of all known IND under which the drug in any dosage form has been investigated previously, and any other relevant NDA of which the applicant is aware previously. So all these information regarding the list of investigator, previously filed any IND or NDA should be discussed in this section, that is called as list of investigators, list of INDs or NDAs. After this, second one is background or overview of the clinical investigation. What is the background and clinical overview of the particular clinical investigation? So it should discuss the general approach and the rationale used, like how many number of patients included in the clinical trials, what is the duration, selection criteria for the healthy human volunteer or patient, etc. in the development of the clinical data. So the reason for the selection of particular area, suppose in any clinical trial we specifically select the male healthy human volunteer. So what is the criteria for the gender specificity shall be addressed, along with the discussion on the safety related issues raised by the other drugs from the same pharmacological class of the drug. So after this, let's talk about clinical pharmacology of the drug substance or compound. So clinical pharmacological section includes the overall summary of the pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic, that means ADME, and what are the dose responses studies in the appropriate format. And the control clinical trial section should include and should be submitted in its designated format. The uncontrolled clinical trial may be used as the supporting document to the controlled one. So, and the uncontrolled data provide the critical safety information too. So, in clinical pharmacology, basically we talk about the bioavailability as well as pharmacokinetics section. So, after clinical pharmacology, let's talk about the other information. In other information, what are the various information which we will include? Let's talk about that. So in this section we will include the description and analysis of any additional information that applicant has obtained from any other sources. Maybe it is from literatures. So the information that is to be incorporated, including the list of countries where the drug has been previously approved or rejected in any other country. So copies of the approved labeling, and what are the major regions across the globe. That means in any region across the globe where this drug previously filed any which company previously filed any NDA regarding this drug, what is the acceptance criteria for that country, or what are the various rejection causes. This all included in the particular section that is named as other information. After this, let's talk about what is the integrated summary of effectiveness data. This is another section of the particularly clinical data. So in the integrated summary of the effectiveness data, in this section we include the information to demonstrate the appropriate evidences of effectiveness for each claimed indication which is previously claimed. So these these evidences must include the well-controlled studies followed by their analysis. If the result don't support the anticipated conclusion, then explanation for the same shall also be included. The detailed preclinical data, that is pharmacokinetic or pharmacodynamic data, and also its uses for the various parameters like what is the dosing interval, and what is the basis of the criteria for selection of any analytical method. These all should be incorporated in this section, that is the summary of the effectiveness data. So this is we had talked about list of investigator, background of the clinical investigation, clinical pharmacology, other information, and summary of the effectiveness data. After summary of effectiveness data, summary of safety information. So integrated summary of safety information includes the safety data from all the sources consisting of preclinical data as well as the clinical study and foreign marketing experiences, the details of the patient related factors like dose, duration of exposure, what is the gender of the particular human volunteer or patient which was involved in the clinical studies, etc., must be included in the tabular format, and it also describes the demographic characterization of the entire population used in the clinical trial, and followed by the narrative discussion of adverse events observed in the entire clinical study. So these all information must be included in the integrated summary of the safety information. After safety information, the last one is in the clinical section. The last one is drug abuse and overdose. So this section includes the detailed description of studies regarding the abuse of the drug, any other side effect or overdose. It is necessary to include the proposal for scheduling as per the Controlled Substance Act. So if the drug has potential to abuse, so all the controlled substances must be included in case of any abusive class of drugs. So after clinical data, the next point is safety update reports. So before starting safety updates report, the clinical section is much more important in case of filing of any new drug application, because it includes all the phase 3, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 clinical trial data which was previously performed in the humans. So all the data of all these phases must be included in the clinical data section and transparently described to the governing authorities. After clinical data, safety update reports. So this is the newly available safety data must be included in the pending application if the data could affect the statement of draft labeling, that is the warning and contraindication or precaution or any other adverse events which should be reported to the label. These all data should be discussed here. If there is not any safety related issue observed, so safety update report consists of the information which was previously submitted to the governing authority. That means if there is no change, so there So the safety update report consists the information which was previously submitted to the governing authority, or in case of United States we can say to the FDA, or if we talk about India, so in case of India, all these information should be submitted to the CDSCO. So after safety update reports, the statistical data of overall clinical trials or overall data which is accumulated during the animal studies or clinical study should be included in this section. So it includes the description and documentation of the statistical analysis carried out to evaluate the control clinical trials and other safety information. And this section also includes the copies of all the controlled clinical trial reports, integrated summary of the efficacy, safety, and also include the risk-benefit ratio and on which basis risk-benefit ratio has been calculated. These all comes under the statistics. After statistics, there are two more, that is case report for tabulation and case report form. So first talk about case report for the tabulation. These sections include the complete tabulation of phase 1 clinical pharmacology studies to the phase 3 efficacy study. It must also include the tabulation of the safety data from all the clinical studies. So in this particular section, all the information from phase 1 to phase 3 is arranged in the tabulation format. After this, the last one is case report forms. In this particular section, it is mandatory to include the complete case reports forms of each patient who either have died during the clinical trial or study or dropped the study due to an adverse event, regardless of whether the patient was received drug or placebo. So all this information, each case report forms of each patient should be submitted to the governing authority. So for the ease of all these particular we can say NDA application, ICH has developed a common technical document that is also called as CTD. CTD is common technical document to streamline regulatory submission in 3 major regions across the globe, that is Europe, United States and Japan. It includes the data related to the clinical as well as non-clinical and data regarding related to the manufacturing of the drug should be included. So the use of CTD format provides the benefit to the industry as well as the regulatory agencies and regulatory professional, as it enhances the communication, simplify the exchange of information between the regulatory authorities as well as the applicant and the regulatory agency. In addition, it reduces the time, cost and resources necessary for the sponsor to compile the global registration applications, and flexible but comprehensive utilization of the multi-regional resources is an added advantages of the common technical document.